Hello everyone and welcome back to 2K14 Universe. I'm your host Shitch. You're watching NXT Double Championship Earn Your Spot Qualifier stacked episode of NXT tonight.
And is for the NXT Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring, they are the NXT Tag Team Champions, Justin Gabriel and David Otunga, the Nexus.
The Nexus are the first ever guys to hold the NXT Tag Team Championship, and they are due a defense here tonight. And the most eligible team to be challenging them for the titles right now is the Primetime Players. Unfortunately, there hasn't really been a lot of background to this matchup. This was very much put together on the fly to ensure that the tag titles were defended. But, you know, that could still end up paying off big time tonight. We could see new NXT Tag Team Champions. It's entirely a possibility. Never say never. I truly think we got a great matchup here tonight, and we should just take it for what it is. It's going to be a good one. I do believe so. Don't be afraid. The Nexus, their second ever defense as NXT Tag Team Champions. Their last defense, a little shady, a little questionable, with Andre the Giant turning his back on King Kong Bundy. Whereas here tonight, I highly doubt Darren Young or Titus O'Neil are turning their back on each other. The Primetime Players are as thick as thieves. They came into this industry together. I just don't understand why they'd ever separate, so I think this one's definitely a little more even, which might be why Wade Barrett's at ringside.
The challengers, at a total combined weight of 509 pounds, Darren Young, Titus O'Neil, the Primetime Players.
You know, I once had a hot dog with as much mustard as ketchup ratio as their attires here tonight, and that's literally the grossest thing I've ever eaten. Never put that much mustard on anything. Never. That's the lesson that we learned today. I'm gonna be honest, right? I got this microwave hot dog, and they come with a packet of mustard and ketchup, and I didn't realize how much mustard there was in the packet to how much ketchup there was. So I used the whole packet of mustard, and I was crying. Seeing it, it was so bitter. I was tearing up. It was so bitter. Like, my nose was running because, like, mustard is like, I don't know, it just makes everything burn. It was pretty horrible. I will say this, never eat that much. Unless mustard's like your favorite condiment, then, you know, go nuts on the mustard. Have as much mustard as you want. Don't let anyone tell you how much mustard is right or wrong. I'm just saying. The moral of the story is never have too much mustard unless you want to. Then you can. What a DDT by Darren Young. Mr. No Days Off. Actually, it's plenty of days off. The Primetime Players aren't always here on NXT. Well, obviously, NXT is a 3-match show, so a lot of people do kind of get omitted from being booked on NXT. You may have noticed from the many camera cuts that have shown it, there is a steel cage hanging high above the ring here tonight. We've been told the Nexus are to be barred from the building once our NXT Championship main event comes up. And to ensure that they still don't get involved in any way, or they don't get anyone else to get involved on their behalf, or any funny business like that, we have been told that the steel cage will keep everyone out. It will be a standard submission pinfall match, assuming the game lets me. And with that, those two, Andre the Giant, Big E, they will meet inside a steel cage. The Nexus will be kept out, and we may find out if we will find out if Big E Langston can truly end the reign of dominance that is Andre the Giant. I believe he's 63 days into his NXT Championship reign tonight. So it's not been the longest reign so far. This is NXT. This is the place where, if anywhere was to have shorter championship reigns, this would be the place that makes the most sense. Undeniable that the former NXT... He hasn't even lost. The match hasn't even happened. It's just presumptuously being like, Big E's gonna win. Well, I was gonna say, undeniable that if he becomes the former NXT champion, Andre the Giant will no doubt be given an opportunity to head on up to Monday nights or Friday nights, wherever it is that he would choose to go. That wasn't a spoiler, by the way. I have no intention of playing the main event. That is strictly down to whatever happens. I wasn't like accidentally saying that Andre's losing tonight. I don't know. I have no. I can't wait to find out. I don't actually know though. Sorry if anyone thinks they caught me out there, but you didn't. I actually have no idea who's winning. That's why I've been really keen to record this episode, because I don't know who's winning the Battle Royal, this match, or the main event. I'm not playing anything today. Well, other than some of the matches I played on Raw, because that was still today. You didn't know that though. You do. I mean, those of you that pay attention probably know that I record Raw and NXT together, and then I record SmackDown and Superstars together. There's probably a select few that know that.
Titus O'Neil just manhandling his opponent. What natural strength, King? Did you know?
That's why I normally go into ramble mode in one of these episodes, is because like I've been recording for like over an hour, and I start losing focus on what I'm doing. Elbow drop by Justin Gabriel or Titus O'Neil. One fan loved that elbow drop, by the way. Yeah. Put him in a body bag.
What a tag team match this has been.
Double team work by the Nexus. I tell you, I've said it many times, but just like Jake Roberts has found, coming here to NXT has done wonders for the Nexus. They seem to be in a much better position now as a group and as individuals. Big jump there, takes down Titus O'Neil. Wade Barrett sneaking ever so close to Darren Young. You might want to keep your eyes on him. Mama!
You know, there's just so much at stake for these teams in this match.
Titus O'Neil in control with Justin Gabriel, the reversal. Gabriel and Otunga, they have been around since Season 1, the very beginning of this universe. We've seen them. And they've always been so consistent with how good they are. What is Gabriel looking to do here? Oh, reversal by Darren Young. Shades of the Rock and Goldberg. Breaking him through the table. And if you don't know what that's all about, well, I don't know how you got to here without watching Raw. I feel like the ratio of people who watch... Yeah, you tell them, Titus. The ratio of people who watch NXT to Raw, it'd be really strange if you'd somehow not seen Raw, but you've watched this. Raw's like the most viewed thing I do. Titus calling for the clash of the Titus here on Justin Gabriel. There's no sign of Otunga or Barrett. Oh, wait, no, there's Barrett. Darren Young, though, keeping Barrett at bay. Titus O'Neil cover. Oh, what happened there? Titus seems to have decided not yet. That could be a big mistake. You should never, ever do that. If you have the opportunity to win a match, you need to take it. Is there like an invisible man in the ring that keeps hitting Titus? Poked to the eyes by Gabriel. Typical of the Nexus to choose to fight dirty here tonight. 3 more recordings until Money in the Bank. This SmackDown and Superstars, and then it is Money in the Bank time. Holy moly, I cannot wait. Holy moly.
Nobody wants to lose this opportunity.
Mama. Cover attempt by Titus O'Neil. Just a 1 count though. Worst kind of way. Yeah, that's the one. Well, that's the end of the NXT Tag Team Championship reign of Titus O'Neil. Of Justin Gabriel and David Otunga. And wowee! What a way to go. That was beautiful. A submission hold in Season 4? Who could have seen it coming? Well, I may have absolutely despised the way this match ended, but I'll tell you what, this was well deserved. From day one, I felt like this was the right team to become tag team champions behind the Shield. With the Shield leaving NXT, these guys felt like the natural selection, and it felt to me like David Otunga and Gabriel really weaseled their way into the tag team championship scene. Congratulations to two homegrown NXT superstars on becoming NXT Tag Team Champions. Will we see an NXT champion join the ranks tonight? Will E Langston be able to defeat Andre the Giant? We find out later on tonight, but up next we're going to find out who will be challenging either Drew McIntyre or Scott Steiner this Saturday on Superstars.
The following six-man contest is an over-the-top rope battle royal. Making his way to the ring, from Palm Beach, Florida, weighing 260 pounds, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Well, the rules of this match are simple. Obviously, it's, thrown over the ropes, you're out of the match. 6 men will enter this matchup. 6 superstars will compete for the opportunity to have a match against either Raw's Drew McIntyre or SmackDown's Scott Steiner. One of these 6 will get that opportunity this Saturday on Superstars, and they could take the place of McIntyre or Steiner if they win.
From Abruzzi, Italy, weighing 265 pounds, Bruno Sammartino.
Let me just rephrase that in case that didn't quite make any sense. If, let's say Bruno Sammartino wins this Battle Royal, he says, I want to face Scott Steiner this Saturday on Superstars, and he defeats Steiner this Saturday on Superstars. Scott Steiner will officially drop down here to NXT, and Bruno Sammartino will officially become the bottom-ranked member of the SmackDown roster and begin to work his way up the ranks on Superstars in the place of Scott Steiner. Obviously, it's down to the winner of the Battle Royal to choose if they want to face McIntyre or Steiner.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 232 pounds, Ric Flair.
For some superstars like DiBiase and Ric Flair, this is their second time competing in an Earn Your Spot qualifier. We've already had 3 in the past. The first ever Earn Your Spot winner was Dusty Rhodes. He went on to face SmackDown's Robert Scorpio on Superstars. Rhodes lost and remained here on Superstars, which in turn built quite a bit of momentum for Scorpio as he now looks to compete in the Money in the Bank ladder match this upcoming Sunday. He could be potentially cashing in and become a welterweight champion by the end of the week, for all we know.
From Austin, Texas, weighing 275 pounds, Dusty Rhodes.
This man fell in a bit of hard times. He's been working his way back up. We'll see if perhaps tonight is the night that Dusty Rhodes once again wins a 6-man Battle Royal. It was a Battle Royal qualifier that he won last time. Obviously, we have had one-on-one qualifiers and such as we've gotten ready for the Earn Your Spot match in the past. And of course, this is a man I think would love to head to Raw right now with the new Divas champion, his dance partner. So Ray not present here tonight, obviously a little preoccupied after winning the Divas Championship this Monday on Raw, so she's not here tonight to accompany Fandango. Of course, managers aren't allowed during Battle Royals anyway, so I guess it kind of works out for Fandango. We'll see, obviously, if those two can be united. It's a very clear indication on where he'd go, though, if he had the choice, if he won this Battle Royal. As Fandango makes his way down to the ring, that means there is just one more superstar left to make their way to the ring in this Battle Royal. And he is perhaps my odds-on favorite to win this Battle Royal. He has got a lot to gain and nothing to lose leaving NXT right now.
Their opponent, from Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing 444 pounds, King Kong Bundy.
The former ally of Andre the Giant, beaten down, insulted, even upon winning against Fandango last week, once again attacked by Andre the Giant. Bobby Heenan has mouthed off on King Kong Bundy. He said, go on, tuck your tail between your legs and run. Run to Raw, run to SmackDown, because you know you can't beat Andre the Giant and you're afraid of him. I don't think that's why King Kong Bundy wants to leave NXT, though. I think Bundy wants to leave NXT because he's got bigger and better things to do than constantly be jumped from behind by the NXT champion. Got to be my odds-on favorite to win, though, for real. A lot of momentum. And I mean, how do you get this guy over the ropes anyway? I guess we may find out in just a minute. As I said before, there are two sides to the proverbial Earn Your Spot coin. We've seen, obviously, as I was going on the history before, and I got a little sidetracked talking about Dusty Rhodes, we've seen it work out both ways when it's come to the other people that win your Earn Your Spot qualifiers. The first ones after that to win were The Shield, who defeated the Nexus. And I'd say The Shield are doing pretty well over on Raw. They recently made their debut. They've been successful in every match they've competed in thus far. Meanwhile, the Nexus, you know, now former NXT Tag Team Champions, they've been very much a key focus part here of NXT. And the only other Earn Your Spot we've seen since then, we've seen two more, sorry. One was Razor Ramon defeating Ric Flair. And obviously he went on to join the NWO, become Scott Hall. And I'd say things are working out pretty well for the NWO and Razor Ramon right now, as out of the ring goes Dusty Rhodes. First to be eliminated, insult to injury, it was by Fandango. They've had their back and forths in the past, and it looks like they're not finished with those, although they may be if Fandango ends up leaving NXT. But I was going to say, obviously with Razor Ramon, he ended up defeating Jake Roberts, I think it was. That was the most recent one. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, that was the most recent one. And that led to Jake Roberts coming down here on NXT, picking up his first ever victory. And then another one the very next week. So obviously I'd say this worked out for him too. And that's the thing, is it can work out both ways. The people at the bottom of the Raw and SmackDown ranks, they can benefit from coming down here to NXT because they are a top star. Big fish, small pond. Is basically what they call that. It's not to talk smack on anyone here on NXT, they're all newcomers, they've all got to work their way up, and these already established superstars just have a little bit more behind them at that then point in time. Of course, you know about the history of superstars. Look at Fandango, unbelievable. You gotta love it in a way though. Just celebrating himself whilst everyone does the work, and there goes Bruno Sammartino. And I think King Kong Bundy just got dumped out by Ric Flair as well. I was about to say the history between those two is definitely very relevant. Bundy is out. He remains here on NXT. And now DiBiase set up in the corner as Flair broke that up. Well, like he wanted to do it himself. There's a lot of mullets in this match, you know? There's two mullets. If you can even really call it. DiBiase's got one. I guess it kind of is. It's a bit shorter. DiBiase sends Ric Flair over the ropes, and Fandango gonna fight back. I feel bad for Drew McIntyre if he gets picked. He's definitely the easier choice. If Drew McIntyre gets selected this Saturday, he's already faced off against Mick Foley this Monday on Raw. He's not 100% going into that. Things have not been looking good for him. And obviously 3MB loses a member. Perhaps all of 3MB get exchanged for NXT. I don't know. Big chop there. DiBiase sent Fandango over the ropes. Is Fandango about to be eliminated? No. I believe this will be DiBiase's first ever win, by the way, if he wins here tonight. Which does not favour well for him this Saturday.
Oh, don't do this.
Over the ropes, Ric Flair and... What the fuck? I forgot how stupid the AI can be in some of these matches. Fandango set up in the corner. Is DiBiase going to get involved? Of course he is. Of course he is. Double backbreaker on Ric Flair.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Side suplex takes down Fandango.
A sharp kick. Oh, what's he got in mind?
DiBiase set up on the ropes. Is Ric Flair going to be able to eliminate DiBiase here? Bring this down to just Flair and Fandango. He's got to do it quick, because once Fandango gets to his feet, you know he's going to break it up. That's the natural thing you do in Battle Royals. You stop the winning objective from happening. It's all about keeping everyone in the ring so it can never end, because everybody just loves being in this match. The overall back and forth of this match continues. These three, I tell you, Bundy, Rhodes, and where did an X come up? I am not playing this, I assure you. I mean, you know if I'd be playing this. You'd hear the buttons, you'd see the prompts. I don't know where that came up. Anyway, yeah, Bundy, Dusty, and San Martino were all thrown out so quickly. Came down to these three, and that was it. Suddenly, the flow of the match just completely changed. As I mentioned before, though, this is a very big opportunity for these three. So far, the Earn Your Spot qualifier, the Earn Your Spot matches on Superstars have seen a 2-to-1 success rate. 66% odds so far. They could help increase that. Look at the eyes of Ted DiBiase. Flair, DiBiase, and Fandango. Every one of these three very willing to fight dirty. Well, I tell you, Fandango and DiBiase seem to be seeing eye to eye very well at the moment. And Fandango with a big clothesline. Out of the ring goes DiBiase. He's out. And now it is Fandango and Ric Flair tying up in the corner. Fandango, as I said before, he got a lot of momentum here on NXT. We haven't really seen a whole lot of Ric Flair lately. This could be the beginning of the end for Fandango's run on NXT if he can just get Flair even up and above those ropes. Right now, he's really struggling to get any kind of control over Ric Flair. Flair pushing all his body weight down, I'd imagine, to make sure that he is not lifted. So it will be either Fandango or Ric Flair competing this Saturday. This could be it for Fandango. Ric Flair, he's had his fair share of opportunities to win these Earn Your Spot matches. I believe he's been in 3 out of 4 qualifiers. He's lost each one. Well, we don't know if he's lost this one. I'm saying that. He's lost 2 out of them so far. He was in the first Battle Royal, I'm pretty sure that Dusty won, and he lost to Razor Ramon in the last one.
These athletes seem to have tried everything in their playbook. Oh, there's more in their arsenal. I promise you that.
Just because you lose them, though, that doesn't mean anything. Remember, Razor Ramon lost his first one to Roman Reigns, but he went on to win the very next one against Ric Flair. Fandango set up on that bottom rope, and he is just hanging in there. But then again, Ric Flair, he keeps knocking him on the ropes and then just not even trying to eliminate him. This guy is getting too cocky for his own good. Fandango looking very nervous as he set up on those ropes by Ric Flair. I don't know what's going on right now. Fandango thrown over the ropes but hangs on. Ric Flair really hanging on tight there. What little he's got left, Fandango looking exhausted. Big chop by Flair. Sends Fandango flat down to the mat, and now Flair lifting Fandango up. What is he going to hook in the arms? Oh! Doesn't really help you win the match, but I guess wearing the opponent down is an important part in any match. Over the ropes again goes Ric Flair. Just hanging on the bottom, and he is back in real quick. This is really slowed down for no good reason. Ric Flair now setting Fandango up, and a big kick! And Ric Flair will challenge either Drew McIntyre or Scott Steiner this Saturday on Superstars. He has earned the Earn Your Spot opportunity. Will Ric Flair be saying goodbye to NXT? Honestly, he hasn't really done a whole lot down here. I feel like this would be fitting for him to now just say goodbye to this show in general. Ric Flair is now 1 win away from leaving NXT. And he will face either Drew McIntyre or Scott Steiner in the main event of Superstars this Saturday. You don't want to miss it. Will he end up on Raw? Will he end up on SmackDown? No one knows. Perhaps he'll even remain here on NXT. It's not a given that he's going to win after all. Well, there it is. The looming steel cage that's been over the ring all night will finally be lowered.
The following contest is a no disqualifications match and is for the NXT Championship. Making his way to the ring from Grenoble in the French Alps, weighing 476 pounds, he is the NXT Champion,
We have witnessed one championship change hands here on NXT tonight. The NXT tag titles being won by the primetime players earlier on in the night. Will Big E Langston join them in becoming a brand new champion tonight and win the NXT Championship from the unstoppable Andre the Giant? This man does have some losses on his records, but let it be known he was never pinned or submitted for either of those to happen. No one has been able to stop or even slow down Andre the Giant. The closest we ever saw was the inaugural NXT Championship match between Big E Langston and Andre the Giant. Big E came so close, managed to even get him up for the big ending, I think more than once.
And introducing the challenger from Tampa, Florida, weighing 302 pounds, Big E Langston.
And here tonight, Big E Langston gets ready to face off against Andre the Giant. Once again, we've been told the Nexus are banned from the building during this matchup. This is going to be a straightforward one-to-one. Even Bobby Heenan has been kept far away from this one. This is simply between Andre the Giant and Big E Langston. We've waited a whole month for this. Big E Langston shelved by the Nexus right before he was due his rematch against Andre the Giant, which he had to fight for. He beat Wade Barrett in a contenders match to earn. And now finally here tonight, this match is going to happen. Will this be the night Big E Langston becomes NXT champion? Well, I guess this is what we're about to find out. Now, to my understanding, this is your standard pinfall and submission match despite the steel cage. Escaping the cage will not win you the match. This will be resolved inside the cage between these two. I don't know if this cage is going to be enough to contain them, but it's going to keep others out. So here we go. Big E Langston with an immediate shoulder tackle to take down Andre the Giant. 30 minutes on the clock. It may be a little bit overkill. It may be completely unnecessary, but we'd rather be sure that this one definitely had a conclusive, decisive outcome. No. Straight away, Andre the Giant completely in control. You remember Andre the Giant's first NXT Championship defense a couple weeks ago against King Kong Bundy. He absolutely destroyed his former partner. Big E might have made a huge mistake locking himself inside of a steel cage with Andre the Giant. Andre almost seemed to have had a moment to just pause there. I don't know what that was all about. He just completely stopped functioning for a second. Back body drop. Andre the Giant may not have the flashiest moves, but they're definitely deadly. I've said this before, I'd say this again. For Andre the Giant, the sky is the limit. When this guy loses the NXT Championship, whether it's tonight or down the line, screw Earn Your Spots, just stick this guy on Raw or SmackDown. Give him a US or an Intercontinental title opportunity and watch how quickly this guy soars the ranks. I think Dolph Ziggler and Christian, respectively, would be mortified to have to stand across the ring for, oh my god, from Andre the Giant, but that doesn't seem to faze Big E Langston. I believe we have a referee on the outside to officiate this one, watching carefully on a monitor for their own safety. So pins will be a little bit slower, but they will be to clarify that both shoulders are down on the mat, and obviously to preserve their own safety. I can respect this. Definitely a very different kind of steel cage structure to what you see over on Raw and SmackDown.
His spine bending and cracking from that backbreaker. Did you hear how his leg connected? Huge shot to the midsection. Got out of the way of that one.
He's fighting his heart out in there, but Andre the Giant, oh god, just crushing down into the corner. Oh my god. You look at the size of just the head of Andre the Giant. compared to so many physical aspects of Big E Langston. And it is nuts how much bigger than pretty much anyone else Andre is.
Now imagine a fist of that size aimed right at you.
It is incredible to me that Langston is not afraid to be in the cage with Andre, honestly. Oh, pulls him back into a big headbutt. Oh, just slamming his head into the mat. Big E, he is fueled, he is ignited. I am proud to announce to you all, by the way, that this Saturday on Superstars, Ric Flair has decided to face Scott Steiner in the main event of Superstars in an Earn Your Spot match. He says enough people have gone over to Raw, enough people now that he doesn't want to cross paths with Scott Hall and or Razor Ramon, whatever he wants to call himself, and he doesn't want to be anywhere near the Shield either. Ric Flair wants a fresh start away from everyone that has wasted his time down here in NXT, and he says he's heading over to SmackDown, no doubt about it. Scott Steiner has not proven anything to anyone in Ric Flair's eyes, and he will defeat him this Saturday on Superstars. Well, that is to be seen. I think Scott Steiner will be a huge addition to NXT here. I can't honestly say whether or not Ric Flair would be a huge addition to SmackDown. We haven't seen enough of him here on NXT to really know what he's capable of.
A stiff shot with the elbow. The Giant controlling the head.
Andre continues to dominate Big E Langston. One big move after another, and it's just so much ease in everything that Andre does. We've not seen a single pin or submission attempt in this match. I do wonder how long into this match we'll go before the first one is made, before either one of these two feels comfortable enough to think that they have got their opponent beat. Of course, the eventful week does not end here tonight. We've still got the World Tag Titles and European Championship being defended on SmackDown this Friday, as well as, of course, a huge 6-man Battle Royal featuring all 6 members of the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. A huge tag team main event. John Cena and Damian Sandow teaming up for the first time ever. Reluctantly, I can assure you. To face off against an even more reluctant pairing of Randy Orton and Triple H. There's going to be some high tensions in that main event. Oh, low blow by Andre the Giant, and anything is legal inside the steel cage. I'm actually impressed that neither of these men have decided to utilize the steel cage to do any extra damage to the other. It just seems like they're just happy to finally be getting their hands on each other. I think these two are very similar-minded in terms of what they want out of the wrestling world. They don't care who they're in the ring with. They just want to perform. They just want to put on a match and show everybody what they're capable of. And obviously that involves a lot of destruction. But it's insane. Oh my god. It is insane to me how much Andre the Giant is manhandling Big E Langston. And here we can see the first cover attempt. As I said before, the referee's got to make sure that this is a very clear-cut cover through a monitor. So there is a little bit of a delay in the count, which could lead to a much longer match. Oh my god, Big E! Huge back body drop.
He was one step ahead on that one.
I've noticed that this match has mostly been Andre the Giant. The champion has been very, very impressive. And you got to think it's back to the drawing board for Big E if he loses tonight. Right at the bottom of the ranks, I would have to unfortunately believe. Not a lot of people on the NXT Championship rankings to begin with, and with that, I do truly believe that if you fail to capture the championship, you got to take a huge step back. This show is all about opportunity. Big E just laying in with each one of those strikes.
Great reversal.
Andre. Ooh, wow.
Reversal by Big E Langston.
Ooh, there's that big shoulder tackle by Big E. Big E, center of the ring, goes for a cover. Shoulders are down. Just a 1 count. Right, Big E could have been squaring up for the big ending there. Andre did not. Oh, there you go. I was about to say steel cage still doesn't come into play, but there you go, right there, face first into the bars. Thing about a steel cage like this is it's kind of different to the usual one, because the smaller grating, it can really scratch you up and hurt you to collide with or to impact with in certain ways. But these bars, obviously, I don't know, a bar is a lot more solid. In that sense, that's going to hurt a lot more. There's definitely not as much give as there is in the regular grated steel cages. But also, you got to factor in, limbs can get caught in those holes. Those holes are huge. You could possibly still fit Andre the Giant's head through one of those things, you know? And that could cause some serious danger for anyone involved. Oh, now Big E getting payback from Andre the Giant there. And oh my god, a big splash by Andre across the body of Big E. And no, just like that. That was enough. The way, did you see the height Andre got, the way he came down on Big E? Well, that is it. Big E is knocked clean out of contention. You hate to see it, but it does beg the question, who is going to be able to beat Andre the Giant for the NXT Championship? This guy is a freak of nature. He is huge. He's unstoppable. It's fortunately not every story has a happy ending, and Big E's did not. Well, with that being said, Andre the Giant, he's victorious here tonight, and I can't wait to find out who's going to challenge him next. But I'll tell you one thing, this is going to be a long reign before anyone brings it to an end. If Big E couldn't do it, I just don't know who can. Either way, we move on. I'll see you guys this Friday on SmackDown as Money in the Bank just gets closer and closer.